Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and do you like stupidly overpowered super bosses? I know I do, and we're fighting one today. And that's all we're doing. No, it can't be. Yeah, Minwoo's having, like, PTSD flashbacks from when he died. Yep, the seal is back, so Ultima is also in the afterlife, apparently. But will it actually be useful this time? Well, we'll find out. Let me tell you, this time, it's a lot more heavily guarded. We have the seal as per usual. Hopefully Minwoo doesn't die this time because he is our healer. No way we could survive without him. So go ahead, break that seal. Is it just me or is this flashier than the first time? I don't really remember what the first one looked like, given that that was like a fourth of a year ago. And Minwoo died. Oh wait, he would just wind up right back here, I think. Yep, he's alright. I don't think he can because this is the afterlife. He's already dead. So there you go. Okay, sure. Destiny, right. Okay, so these orbs, I don't know if these existed in the real world. I forget. But if you talk to these will raise your stats a bit, which is very, very helpful. And by the way, I grinded quite a bit, but probably not nearly as much as I should have grinded for this boss. I figured, my reasoning was, I still want the second and final dungeon to be difficult, but I have to fight this boss before that, because, like, after that it's credits and whatnot, so I don't have another chance to fight this guy, so I have to fight him now. So I'm really only strong enough for the second dungeon. I'm not strong enough for this guy. So that's just going to be great. So yeah, last time, we just got Ultima and we were done. This time, however, death approaches with Flare 16, which does 863. Also, okay, so you might have noticed that Scott has Flare. And that's because there's this waterfall in the first dungeon, and if you go behind it, there's a door there somewhere, and you can go to that and talk to a guy, and that guy will sell you, like, all the super powerful spells or whatever. Trying Stop, I guess, which doesn't work, obviously. Rickard's not doing a whole lot of damage, so it's looking like it's mostly going to be Flare, and Rickard's gonna tank, Joseph's gonna do I don't know what, Minwoo's gonna heal, so most of our damage is gonna come from Scott's Flare spell. So that's just great. I'm gonna go ahead and haste, which is actually useless because it raises up the number of hits you get, which basically raises up the damage, but nobody's doing damage. So there you go. Although we do get to run across the screen, and it only hit Joseph, so that's just great. Helpful. Thank you, game. So now we're just going to spam all of our damaging items. Joseph is going to die, but what else is new? Everybody else can barely survive, but nope, Joseph just barely dies. So yeah, Minwoo's healing. Scott is flaring. Joseph is dying. And Rickard is tanking. That's basically what we're going to do. And this, because I'm so underleveled for it, takes a very long time. Pretty much this entire video. And this is also sped up, mind you. I think it's 2 times speed. So this originally took about 30 minutes. It was ridiculous. And there are times where it gets very, very dicey. So there you go. So in the meanwhile, commentating over this is going to be very difficult because it's, oh man, Minwoo's dead. Okay. So whenever somebody dies, it's going to be up to Rickard or Joseph, provided Joseph is alive, to heal them up. And then Minwoo can come back and, like, use the spells or whatever. I set my priorities as Minwoo in terms of reviving. Well, okay, in terms of reviving, the priorities are Minwoo, Scott, Rickard, Joseph. And in terms of healing, it goes Scott, Minwoo, Rickard, Joseph. Good old Joseph getting shafted. I mean, he's been just like laying there for a while now, actually. So there you go. The reason that Minwoo is first on reviving is because he has the healing spells, so we need those. And the reason why Scott is first on healing is because he has more HP and more defensive power. He has more chances of surviving a hit from the Ultima weapon, and he's our damage dealer. So if he's dead, we're basically just sitting here taking hits for no reason. Okay, so now Rickard's dead, and we do want to heal him up, I do believe. Because he has tanking power, he can absorb a lot of the hits for us. Or maybe not. I'm gonna set up a shell first, and then hopefully, nope, still not. Okay, that's surprising. So I don't even remember my strategy from when I fought this guy. See, I'm basically going to let the video speak for itself now because I don't want to just keep on saying, like, oh, and then Minwoo cast Cure, and then Scott cast Flare, and oh, there goes Joseph again, ha 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 ha, or whatever, because 16 minutes of that would just be boring. So I think it's time for just, like, your regular old vlog, honestly. So, you know what, crap, I knew I was going to be recording this video. I should have prepared some material or something about what I should talk about or whatever. Oh, here's an obvious one that I should talk about. So, we have less than a month, in fact, almost half a month now, until I go off to college. And with a roommate, and I don't know, I've heard stories of, like, the walls in college are very thin or whatever, which would be kind of bad, I don't know. But at least with a roommate, I don't know how well I'll be able to record Let's Plays and stuff is the thing. And so, for the time being, during the rest of my summer, basically, I've been spending time preparing stuff in advance, basically. Also, feel free to use elixirs and stuff, which I just used one for Rickard. In fact, I would pretty much exclusively use those on Rickard because he has the most HP and he won't be healed up by a single cure, whereas everybody else will be. So there's that. And also ethers are important. If only we had something better than an ether that healed like 100 MP, but alas, no. Anyways. See, I don't know how well I'll be able to record stuff and whatnot, so I've been trying to record stuff in advance. So that I can just upload it when I'm at college or whatever, and it'll be fine. So far I have one project completely done. It's only 10 parts, mind you, but it's still something. And there's this, which is almost done. I'm finishing this summer. There is no way I'm not going to. And the only reason I didn't record a part the last 2 days or whatever is both because busy hanging out with friends and stuff, as well as recording stuff in preparation for this huge change that's going to be happening in my life, basically. So yeah, that, and even if I don't, even if I do end up being able to record at college, I'm still going to need like a few months to really acclimate myself to college life and whatnot. And whatever else I plan on doing while there. So I'm still going to need time to, like, really get my life in order, I guess. Well, my new life in order, I guess, before I start adding recording videos into the mix. So it's going to be a lot of pre-recorded stuff for a while, I think. Anyways, I have the one project done, which will be uploaded after Final Fantasy II is over. I don't know. I probably won't do daily. Maybe like every other day or something like that, just so the pre-recorded material lasts longer. It really depends on how much I end up with by the end of this summer. And then I'm working on something else right now. I'm only recording the video of it at the moment, because it's another post-commentary project. It has to be post-commentated. So I don't know how that'll work out, if I'll just like sit down and record the commentary for like 5 parts right in a row or whatever. But for now, I'm at least getting the video for it, which is something. And then, well, the thing is, if I don't get the commentary for that, it's basically useless. So that's another thing that I have to do. Maybe that wasn't such the greatest. Maybe that wasn't the greatest idea to record that game, but I really felt like playing it, and if you feel like playing it, you should really jump on that in terms of a Let's Play, because that's usually when the Let's Play will be best. Also, by the way, I learned that life can be multi-targeted, so everybody can be brought back to life at once, which is incredibly helpful for this fight. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, I gotta record the commentary for that project as well. So at some point, I might just sit down each day and record like 5 parts in a row, and then call that a day, and so on and so forth. But that one's taking quite a bit of work, which again, don't know why really I chose to do that, knowing how much work it would take. I just really felt like playing the game, and so I kind of just jumped on that. Minwoo's dead again. What's the surprise? Basically, the fight now has become revive the person that dies, basically, while everybody else tries to do damage. So there you go. Unfortunately, there's no blood sword around. That would help a heck of a lot. Like, this guy would just be done if we had a blood sword. Oh well. So that's that. I'm also planning on starting to record another project today, which is one that I've been teasing for a very, very long time, and one that I've constantly meant to record, but something else always came up. And like, it was supposed to be part of the summer of sequels, but then I started getting lazy with my videos, / life started kicking me in the nuts continuously. Just with like schoolwork, it was my senior year, and unlike most people's senior years where they just slack off or whatever, I actually did quite a bit of work and whatnot, but it all paid off in the end. Oh, there's something to talk about, I guess. I'm pretty sure I've talked about before how I was like an IB candidate, which for those who don't know, IB stands for International Baccalaureate, and at least at my school, it's regarded as like the most difficult diploma that you can get at the school, and you still get your regular high school diploma or whatever, but then you could also get that one if you go through all the classes and tests and whatever necessary to do it. And from what I understand, around the world it's regarded as pretty hard, but I don't know if it has the same like regarded difficulty in Europe or other places, but it's given out throughout the world. And basically, you have to do a lot of projects and tests or whatever for it. It's kind of just a bunch of extra stuff. It's kind of like AP, like college credit type stuff, but more difficult most of the time. So I guess that's what I'm going to go with. Most people know what AP is. So yeah, I was going through that, and I had a whole bunch of tests, both from the IB as well as AP, and then finals and senior projects or whatever. So that took quite a bit of time and effort. But in the end, I ended up getting my diploma for IB, which is pretty alright. I mean, it's cool and all, although the thing is, like, we checked online to see our test scores and whatever, and whether we got our diploma or not. And so I just, like, saw my test scores, and then at the bottom it says diploma, : received. And I was kind of really hoping that, like, they would send you a diploma in the mail or whatever, so I'd have, like, a physical thing for it. But no, as far as I know, it's just diploma : received. So there you go. But still, it was... Oh, okay. The music coming back on freaked me out. Hey, we beat the guy. That's cool. Minwoo's everything leveled up. Joseph and Rickard are both dead. Scott's flare. Oh my god, so many level ups. So there you go. So anyways, yeah, I got my diploma. Slightly disappointed that I don't get a physical copy, but all my work in the end bared fruit, or it was worth it, I guess. Don't really know how to word it. So with that, we have the Ultima Tome, which, to be completely honest, I forget if it's useful in this game or not, or in this post-game. But what I do know, at the very least, is that we now have the Ultima weapon in our Bestiary. So that's yet one step closer to 100% Bestiary. So even if Ultima proves out to suck just as it once did, at the very least, I still have that. Oh yeah, just go ahead and lay your dead friends on the floor. Nice. So yeah. However, at the very least, Ultima will be more useful because it actually gives Minwu an attacking chance. Before, he was just curing or whatever. He had no attacking spells and you would never hit with his staff. But now we have Ultima, which we can use to beat people up with. So there's that's going for him. So I guess there are positives to this. Still, it took an entire video. But I wanted to show the full fight just to prove that I did do it. And to show that it can be done, I guess. I mean, I could have very easily cut it down to, like, the beginning 3 minutes and then the ending 3 minutes or whatever. But then, I don't know. With it being the only super boss in the game, I wanted to show that it could be done. Oh, hey, here's the roundworm. And here's the Ultima weapon. 15,000 HP, 500 MP. I wonder if he can possibly run out and what'll happen then. He resists everything. Weak to nothing. There you go. So with that, I will see you all in the next part for the second dungeon. I will see you all then. Goodbye.